That's it.
Shutting effect.
That's it.
Now, where free?
Oh, Ghana here. Was it
Ghana?
Yeah. And because it's to turn, the past 2-3 days I've been wearing some cardigans as well. Now I got the cardigans from somebody here in Ghana, and now on the way car was a token. Or shop or to do a flower station.
Okay.
Shop referring MOB clothing. Gerard and then the mommy and the toner.
Your point is my friend now.
Oh,
me order.
And the number no name meeting, but me post the video no or me social media and as many Gerard any MOB clothing numbers ever twice here.
Okay.
So Fred and Joe they nice. And no we contact me or Twitter say maybe like 2 cardigans now. And then these as well. I mean solid stuff, slippers, belts, animal now. But when you am correct one to show. I know work on Facebook, 50 man for Twitter, TikTok now. One for Gerard near movie now be I come on. Yeah, courage. And what you give me?
Yeah, okay. How did you know young ground?
Me run a studio or who's a brand whom you know easy.
I can't enter. I'll disown you.
I thought.
So, no, Hannah Fatilu catch him. Brian at the computer and anymore, or you say, Kupama celebration. I'm so Munyano. Vega Grono between the fees. No, that's a good fellow Munyasu. Incident.
Nana Saka,
Mima, at your fees at 30 and Yamudi. O Papa, me do baby as and me so for to Manchester United. What you feel, damn it, them. But just him, Triadanka. Now, would you never catch him? So, pity him now, oh, me papa, the support in the air. As I'm eating from him. And you was brand new, was spending no problem. Some more bet you had the eye, and then the mamma
yesterday,
okay,
Madrid started at the Santiago Bernabeu. Now, the truth of the matter is that, say, Unye Obia, we are ardent follower of the Spanish La Liga. You will look down on this score line for Madrid. Say Unye Obia, Uni say Spanish La Liga, no, the big teams are supposed to sweep away every club. Biana, you will look down on this. Which Uni Spanish La Liga ni maya. Say Uni Sevilla, Athletic Bilbao, Uni Girona, Uni Valencia, Uni Villarreal. Sa clubs nearby. Real Betis, they believe that Spanish mentality and principles of play, regardless of how smaller they are, almost they need the resources of Barcelona and Madrid. Almost sure they want to play. Sociedad, all of those people, they want to play. But when you meet Leganes, when you meet Mallorca, when you meet Osasuna, when you meet Atletico Madrid, their coaches in the dugout and then the teams, their mindset is to be solid defensively first. It's now Madrid match on Osasuna board. You can tell clearly that Osasuna came into the game to prevent Madrid from scoring. Go into what the own say.
I want to send out one top.
Yeah,
and no crown. I just want my boy.
Yeah. No, very, very compact, making it difficult for Madrid to break them down. And you see, Xabi Alonso said it. It is clear that Madrid as a team, they have a lot of steps to go under Xabi Alonso. Because according to Xabi Alonso, almost said that NCI on the training ground how to break down teams like Osasuna and Ra. They are not trained well about breaking down low blocks. It was you could tell, say, any team air struggle, maybe I saw the ball on the court. But again, it is in moments like this that you buy and spend money on players like Kylian Mbappe, Mbappe. Like, maybe say it to a swan. Let me give you an example. Chelsea and Crystal Palace this weekend. Chelsea and Shedden clear card chance giddy. They got just half chances. First one they fall into Estevao Willian, young player from Brazil. At that moment, he felt like, okay, it's an opportunity for me to get my name in light. It's those who commit man anyone at 2 Eddie Ama bench for the Pedro Neto to score. He went for glory. He missed it. Andre Santos had the same chance in the box. Oscar A. Before then, Trevor Chalobah in the opponent box had gotten a clean opening. Which the difference for Madrid is that when the time got more difficult, they had one of the best players manipulating to win a penalty or to score.
Game changer.
That is the word. He knew that the tackle was coming. And once he did that, he left his leg behind. Play on the end and I can't pay. I've been a form. Yes. Was there enough contact? Yes. Is it a penalty? Yes. And once he stands by it, he named himself Mbappe. When he stands by the penalty spotter, many a times he doesn't miss. And Rich, it was a solitary goal from our branch friend Kylian Mbappe to make it 1-0. It was enough for Madrid to get almost 3 points. So in the opening day, it wasn't a game and a flamboyant for Madrid. It was a difficult game, but you could tell, say, even after Mbappe scoring the goals, some of the new boys really stand their feet in the game. With Alvaro Carreras, I think that he was very good on the night. Dean Hudson, because the Madrid had lots on the board, he was the Madrid player with the most passes, the most touches, the most forward passes. Everything was from my branch friend Dean Hudson. She XG, Madrid XG 1.53. Osasuna 0.36 and 0.5. 18 shot of Madrid, 2 to Osasuna, 5 on target for Madrid, and a 0 shots over there. 71 possession for Madrid, 29 shots over there for the pitch. I love Enra, a branch friend, other goal. Now, after the game, Xabi Alonso say he has realized that Ada Gule is developing nicely under him as a player, and although as a coach is excited. I think that under Xabi Alonso, Ada Gule is really going to be important for them. And Madrid had their 3 points. What it means is that the two big teams in the Spanish La Liga in the opening weekend, Barca had 3 points, but then with more goals, and of course Madrid so any all important 3 points. It sets the tone for next week games. This weekend games here our Spanish La Liga, and of course even before the international break. And Nanka, you are the dean. Nanka Simbiani ho. But it was a night scheduled for players and Kasa awarding our colleague players. Which I think that in every institution, say unya bibi to say Sports Writers Association award, not say a sports writer. Not say if you are colleagues on I don't know if there is anything like Sports Analyst Award or Sports Broadcasters Award, or generally there is also the DJ Journalist Award. But that if you are not part of the corner, you don't even get awarded. But Rich, it is the PFA Awards that I'm talking about. On the night where the Professional Footballers Association, now I'm person share new young players last season, and if you look through the list, I don't think say Obi will give the bone of contention in the players that have been selected. Me, I have just one player pair, and I think that I have a bone of contention. But anybody who holds a different view, I can also agree with them on that player. I don't have a problem. Rich, you could we awards now. Nottingham Forest for player friend Marcel's and the goalkeeper. He had the most clean sheets in English Premier League. Of course, Virgil van Dijk, and you know clean sheets right? It was the video Raya, but because of his performances, he got that. Virgil van Dijk, I was listening. Milos Kekes, William Saliba, Gabriel Magalhaes, make it back four. In fifth, you want Declan Rice, Ryan Gravenberch, Alexis McAllister, Mohamed Salah, Alexander Isak, and a branch of Frederick Chris. The most surprising one was probably Chris Wood. Minyashio said before he started last season, now you can say okay, but list of players, so about PFA players, you mentioned Chris Wood. But the exploit in Nottingham Forest last season was brilliant. The number of goals for sharing, the goal contributions, to the extent that today, Nottingham Forest will get to play in Europe, something that is huge for them at the City Ground. They pushed for it last season. All the way in the Champions League. But with the sanctions of Crystal Palace, they will play in the Europa League. Very, very interesting. Rich, the only player I have a problem with is Milos Kekes.
I don't know.
I think, Rich, I think Marco Correa was better than him last season. Marco Correa was joint highest scoring defender in our league in him last season. Nobody can tell me. So even Yedi Ekosi is saying, come on now. Bournemouth did not finish ahead of Marco Correa last season, ahead of Chelsea last season. Even in terms of play on the field of play, I think Marco Correa was more influential. And this is off the top of my head. But goals I have it off the top of my head. The assist, crucial goals. The defensive clearance and stuff like that. And of course, this is voted by players, some year players, and they think say Milos was better than Marco Correa. I respect that. But I do think say at left back, it probably should have been a branch here. Your friend Milos Kokes El Hodo. But again, the rest of the defenders, I agree, made for this Ryan Gravenberch match exactly. So Udi Kaisedo Komana Endrumu, because Ryan Gravenberch obviously in urgent league, you know, and his performances pushed Liverpool to that. Alex McAllister reached Mohamed Salah winning the PFA
back to back
3 times. 3 times. It has not been done before.
Or deserve?
Yes.
Born Premier League need.
Yeah. Unse de Mbekachi was the most consistent and the most assured sort of goals in Europe in the last 3 years. Oda Kata when you called him to be about 20-30 goals, Mohamed Salah. In the last 3 years, he has been consistent with it.
I'm a game against Bournemouth.
Yeah.
One shot and Bobo Bia.
But that opportunity about slaughtered it.
Oh, that assurance say.
Yeah.
Say I'm point Quadia.
Go.
Salah Bema go.
Yeah. And he did it nicely against Bournemouth for Rich. Whilst all of the nice things were done at the awards, I like the suits. I like how everybody looked. All of them, nice gentlemen, looking very presentable. And also, Rich on himself, award back on many award way. Young Player of the Year. He want to Aston Villa for Morgan Rogers. Obekaya, about 4 weeks ago, they didn't come about who is going to be the final piece of Chelsea's number 10 backup to Abrante Fred Mohamed Kudus. Abrante Fred Kopama. Now the list of players no, Mohamed Kudus, Abrante Fred Morgan Rogers, any player here very, very close that Chelsea will get him in Abrante Fred and Javi Simons. So Obekaya, when I told you that if you push me between the two, Javi Simons and Morgan Rogers, I told you that I'll go for Morgan Rogers. And I've said it several times. Morgan Rogers to say. And again, I'll go back to the game against Crystal Palace. In that game, Chelsea needed a number 8 and a 10. Or no, it's me bulldozing the way through the defense now. I will be to say Ruby Loftus-Cheek. Or no, or so or the physique to protect the ball. But in all of that, or something in and already the attacker of the ball carrying no. And I brought a friend Morgan Rogers last season, Rich, on my very, very good returns in terms of goals and assists, on my very, very good returns in terms of goals, and my Aston Villa for, and he was very, very important in terms of the final third for team and friend Aston Villa. He deserves it. He deserves everything about the way and the only thing we didn't expect was this one.
Alexander Isak.
You see, when he was announced that he had won, he was part of the players now. And no enema or the sa list way or the sa statement way babonting. And Alexander Isak essay or no as a person say me translate yamawa. And na who say what the award be. But not on to me maho because yenim maybe an nanam ne hono. On you to say gives him the peace of mind to come and take an award there. And you think one ma.
If you are Branton or is a Virginia Manado.
I
said, award near the amount. Fine, you might be going through a lot with your team.
Yeah.
This is award. Any idea my original podiums near Vama.
Yeah.
Yeah,
no, but I'll see only the second paragraph. I'm not at the ceremony tonight. With everything going on, it didn't feel right for him. And it's a feeling. I think he respects any feeling. Also, already, it did not feel right for him. I have kept quiet for a long time while others have spoken. That silence has allowed people to push their own version of events, even though they know it doesn't reflect what's really said and agreed behind closed doors. The reality is that promises were made and the club has known my position for a long time and now act as if these issues are only emerging and misleading. Rich, see.
Promise Ben Walker.
Oh, he had a promise with Amanda Stavely. You see, the thing is that promise no Amanda Stavely in now I'm at the time. Now Amanda Stavely the minority shareholder. Oh, Newcastle club him.
And I'm a call.
Maybe he had agreed that he will go this summer at a certain fee with the agents. Which the problem no company Amanda Stavely Oko. The problem no is essentially about Amanda Stavely on any yes agreement no. Now on no about your friend Alexander Isak. On making sure say whatever they agreed no was on paper. Rich say I think say esi nyeri to your home. Esi nyeri to your home. Unim, people don't know this. Alexander Isak has a loyalty bonus in his contract. Or loyalty bonus was in the contract name. Say Okache Newcastle say or the formal transfer request Mbappe. It is one of the things that forfeits the loyalty bonus. Into all your loyalty bonus now.
Okay.
Into Otivie and on my training, on mobile. But he is hinging on an agreement, verbal, not written. Only Amanda Stavely in the past, which in 2 ways, Newcastle professional, straightforward, into Kwabianim. Almost for them, they are acting in the interest of Newcastle. We are in response that Alex remains under contract and that no commitment has ever been made by a club official that Alex can leave Newcastle this summer. We want to keep our best players, but we also understand players have their own wishes and we listen to their views. So at this point, almost put in a transfer request.
Around
and then we
only case.
My big he has a case.
Only case.
Rich, we see he has a case.
Only case. Only going to only case. First of all, Nipa now on any argument, no, it was verbal.
Yeah.
What I say? A verbal agreement now in Nipa.
So are we saying that
Nipa no crying question? We're free team work.
No problem. But I'm saying this as a Rich.
Team now boss is here now also person who join. We no contract.
Yeah.
And today
no, maybe saying this as a football remember players, young players, anything. Everything that you do, put it on paper.
That's it.
Even outside of players.
It should be documented.
Whatever work you do.
Because as someone who can now, I'm promising na one way now. You see, say who could near be say, Chairman, promise now, hey. I mean, minimum can we so we busy. Come on.
You see, but you see, Rich. At that
and
point,
even beyond
that is the mistake. That is the mistake or no Isak any agent.
Even beyond that, Elubina, Ademola Lookman, a go through Atlanta. Say team now agrees here, but Tonga. Say BBN will show me change and Tong. No, but because you have a contract.
So unless you put it on paper,
that's it.
It's only who put it on paper. They are.
Then only case
team no. I didn't have a court. Say he agrees here. Best sign. Rich, you see, mini say, oh yeah, mini yeah. Who's on for 1 minute? So let me just wrap up. And he said, oh, for 1 minute, only got been here. So let me just wrap up what they say. Essentially, oh Alexander Isak, and if you are in there, yeah, you just have to learn from there. A good one for him. Chelsea and good news say tossing a and then Champions League games I don't have enough time. So all my social media handles are they are going to be there, all of the quotes in my FNC now could do come on.
Yeah. But that's it. 50 man friend Martin and can